The Fox and the Hearth. Once, in a forest hushed by winter's breath, there lived a fox named Kenta. His fur was the color of twilight, and his eyes held the flicker of a star too shy to shine. Kenta had not always been a creature of shadows. As a kit, he danced through the meadows, chasing the wind's laughter. But the world grew loud, its edges sharp, and one day he slipped into a burrow beneath an ancient cedar, vowing never to return. There he stayed, curled tight, the hum of his own heartbeat, his only song. Beyond the trees stood a cottage, weathered as an old man's hand, where Hiroshi, the hearth keeper, lived. Hiroshi was broad-shouldered and steady, a man who'd built his life brick by brick, stoking a fire each night with logs he split himself. The flames leapt high, casting gold across the room. But Hiroshi felt no warmth. His son, Kenta, had vanished. Not into the woods, he thought, but into some cold, unreachable place within. He stoked the hearth anyway, as if the fire might call him back. One frostbitten evening, a wind slipped through the forest, carrying the scent of cedar and ash. Kenta's nose twitched. He peeked from his burrow and saw the glow of Hiroshi's hearth, a beacon against the dark. Curiosity, that sly little sprite, nudged him closer. He didn't dare cross the threshold, but he crouched at the window, watching the flames dance. Wild, yet tethered, like a dream he'd forgotten. Hiroshi, stirring the embers, felt a prickle at his neck. He turned and saw two amber eyes glinting beyond the glass. His heart leapt. A fox. But those eyes, they were Kenta's, sharp with a longing he hadn't seen in years. He didn't shout or chase. Instead, he took a stick and scratched a shape in the ashes. A fox with a tail like a comet. Then he slid it through the window's crack, an offering. Kenta froze. The drawing was clumsy, but alive, a piece of Hiroshi's hands, his heart. The fox darted back to his burrow, but the image lingered. The next night, he returned, leaving a gift of his own. A twig bent into a circle, a small, secret story of the moon he'd watched alone. Hiroshi found it at dawn, and his chest ached with a warmth the fire couldn't give. Night after night, they traded scribbles, shapes, tales told in silence. Kenta etched a river with a pebble. Hiroshi sketched a bridge with charcoal. The space between them shrank, not with words, but with the quiet magic of making something together. The fox began to linger longer, the hearth keeper to smile deeper, until one dusk, Kenta stepped inside, and Hiroshi added a log for two.